students. Welcome to our two new topics for this block of learning, which is CHC-PRP003, Reflect on and Improve Professional Practice, and also CHC-MGT005, Facilitate Workplace Debriefing and Support Processes. So as per our assessment schedule here at TAFE, you know that all our assessment marking is competent, not competent. The assessment does have a marking guide attached to it, which I will walk you through. There is a complaints and appeal process that you know you can follow if you have any issues around the marking of that assessment. If you feel that you may qualify for recognition of prior learning, you can discuss that with myself and Kath, the course coordinator. And also, you know that you're entitled to a resubmit, one per subject. One per assessment, and that review process can be undertaken. So I'd like to draw your attention to page 9 of the document, please. And I will talk you through assessment 1. Lana, sorry, yours may not be.
I know, I'm going to find it. We're getting there.
Thanks. Okay, so this is a written task and it's a professional development task. So you have to have a look at your professional development self-plan, and there are appendices attached to the back which I will run you through. This one is due on the 22nd of May, so 3 weeks from today, and a duration of 750 words. So it's a written assessment where students are required to enhance their own practice by documenting and implementing a self-development plan that sets realistic goals and targets. This will be done not only reflecting on your personal experiences within class, but it will also be done based on your placement as well. So thinking about the opportunities that you have in placement, some of the things that you may want to look at for the duration of that placement, things that you may be able to improve upon. You can reflect on that. So there's 2 parts. Part A, firstly, you will complete a professional practice self-evaluation form, which is at Appendix 1, and I'll refer you to that in a moment. Using this form, you will write a review of your personal strengths, your acquired skills and knowledge, and areas for further development in a community service context. Okay. So if you would like to turn over to Appendix 1. Page 19. You will see that there are a series of questions in regards to professional practice self-evaluation. So the first being to describe your personal strengths and their application to community services. Thinking about your previous and current formal education and training, what knowledge you have gained or developed that is valuable to community service practice. Using the employability skills checklist as a guide, which is also below, this is identifying the key things that we'd be looking for from you as a community services worker, is to identify 2 areas where you feel your skills are the most developed and to provide an example of each of those. Then also using that same employability skills checklist as a guide, identify 2 areas where you feel those skills are least developed and provide an example for both of those. Then finally, to identify at least 2 opportunities to extend and expand your own expertise around 2 of the areas identified above. So what is that you hope to work on before the end of that placement, but ideally to be working on as part of this assessment and achieving as well. So the following few pages, you see the employability skills checklist. So as I mentioned, they're skills or qualities that we would be looking for in you as community service workers. Okay, you'll all be able to clearly identify some strengths and areas that you already feel you're really skilled at. Okay, but there may be some other areas that you perhaps want to work on. Technology is always one that I want to work on, as an example. Beats me every time. So there's a whole series there around communication, teamwork, problem-solving skills, showing initiative and enterprise, your planning and organisation, so your time management type skills, self-management, learning, and then finally technology. And they're also the topics that you are asked about when you do your professional supervision with the teachers as well. Okay, so they're the skills that we are looking for. So that's part A. If you flick back to page 9 again, there is part B. So, yeah, there's always more than one. So part B is that once you have had a look at that self-evaluation or the self-development plan, think about writing a professional development plan. So that is, address areas that you further wish to develop, i.e. whilst on work placement, what are those skills that you would like to hone in on before the end of the course, and further develop them as outlined in the self-evaluation. Your plan must include a minimum of 5 goals and 2 strategies to achieve each of those goals. Your goals and strategies must be realistic, measurable and achievable. So very much thinking about our SMART strategy, yeah, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time specific. You do have a limited time obviously to complete it with having an assessment.
Is that like
due date.
developing PRD?
It would be similar to doing a professional development or like a work plan within the workplace.
Yeah.
But it is that appendix to the template that we're asking you to use, which is the very last page of that assessment document.
So that 750 words is for both part A and B?
Correct, yeah. Again, if it goes slightly over 750, it's not. So you can see in the template really clearly set out 5 goals, and then each of the sections has your 2 strategies attached to each of those goals. Is there any questions about that at this particular point in time? Negative? Great, thank you. Okay,
Oh,
so
God, that's a lot of thinking.
a lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking and soul searching.
It's, the good thing is that there's templates there to guide you. So what we will now do is have a look at that, and I encourage your feedback on that assessment, and we can review from there. So if there's no further questions in regards to that particular assessment, we shall move forward. Thank you.